In Vancouver, let's talk to Phil. Good morning, sir. Sorry, Vancouver Island. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Mark and David. David, first of all, I really look forward to your appearances on BNN. Your analysis is articulate and very insightful, and it's very educational. Question is on Martin Ria and in conjunction to Magna and Linamar. Long term, is there a catalyst to get this orphan going? I'm going to hang up and listen to your answer.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Phil.
Great. So, Phil, thanks very much for your comments. Martin Ria has been an underperformer in the auto group. So, of course, let's take it from the top. The auto group within consumer is one that is interesting to us. When we look at the rate of sales, unit sales in the U.S., it's extremely strong on 18 million cars. When I look at the suppliers into the auto industry, the ones that really have performed the best for the most part have had more to do with improving the drivetrain. So companies like Linamar, or a broad universe of products where they're growing dollars per car like Magna. And so Magna has been a holding of ours for a long time, and you know, it continues to trade. I think it's trading this year stronger than 85% of the stocks in the S&P 500. Linamar is a stronger relative price performance than 80% of the stocks. Martin Ria is not in that same spot. So I think that they're very good at what they do. They've got good growth in their earnings. Earnings this year grow about 60%. Next year, maybe 18%. But you know, it's very specifically sort of focused on the metal components and the hydroforming. So I think that the Magna is just a more attractive stock. And you know, I know that there are people who would like to find the laggard and see it get turned around. There are other people who are going to point you in that direction better than we will. I tend to focus on what's doing well right now within the sector. As long as the fundamentals are good and the price is doing what it should be doing, then those are things that we're more interested in.
Thank you, Phil, for the question. Neil's next. He's in Oakville, Ontario. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Mark. Good afternoon, David. Just like your opinion, actually, on Allergan. I hold it personally, and I'd like to know what your outlook is for the next year or so.
Sure.
And will Pfizer buy it?
Yeah, so Neil, a couple things. First of all, as you know, the healthcare has been a favorite of ours for a couple of years, and it's one group that we really got stopped out of over the last 6 weeks or so. And I think that the concern was that based on some of the changes in expectations for pricing and the focus that Hillary put on drug prices, might make it difficult to continue to see the pace of mergers and acquisitions that have been taking place. So the whole group fell out of focus. I think there's a lot of hot money has left the group. Now, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've started to see a divergence, certain stocks performing well, certain stocks behaving poorly. So for instance, in biotech companies like Regeneron or Myriad Genetics have gotten very attractive and gone back towards highs, and others have not. On Allergan, I think that it's interesting, this deal that's been announced. I do think that it can get done. The Obama government made some changes around what they thought was acceptable on some of these inversion deals where one company was buying another to get a low tax rate. But it's likely to get broad-based reform before there is broad-based tax reform. So this deal would be seen as okay within the current framework of the tax laws, and I do think that you're going to see a deal get done here. But outside of that, you know, Allergan is a great business and fundamentally attractive, and from a price perspective has come back very nicely off the lows.
All right. So if you assume that Pfizer will take over Allergan at some point, at what price? Do you just sell now, or do you
higher
expect
prices than here? I think.
350, 375, something like that? All right, so hang in there then.
So we own the stock, we like the sector. I don't know what price something could get done at, but I think it's reasonable to think that there could be a catalyst here that gets done.
All right, we're going to compare Pfizer and Allergan as we head to break. We'll be back with David Burrows right after this.